Chad Daybell will be back in court tomorrow morning, hoping to get his case combined with the case against his wife, Lori Vallow. This is a story we have been covering all year now. Lori Vallow moved her kids from Chandler to Daybell's home up in Idaho after her previous husband was killed. Well, shortly after they left the valley, her two kids, JJ and Tylee, went missing. Their bodies were found buried in Chad Daybell's backyard this year, and the hearing tomorrow could make the husband and wife co-defendants.
Our Kim Powell has been staying on top of this story from the beginning for us. She spoke with a former prosecutor about what this could mean for the court.
Chad Daybell and his wife Lori are facing similar charges, and the facts of the case and the evidence are virtually the same. So combining the cases would logistically make sense for the state of Idaho. However, Chad's attorney has objected the motion. Chad Daybell will be back in front of a judge on Thursday as his attorney argues a motion for a joinder, which would make him and his wife Lori Vallow co-defendants. Defense attorney Mel McDonald, who is also a former county prosecutor with no connection to this case, says it's standard practice for the defendants to object a motion for joinder.
It's always to the advantage of the defendant to have a separate trial. It gives you the advantage if her trial went first. You find out what all the witnesses testified to. You've got transcripts.
Lori Vallow's children, JJ and Tylee, were found in Chad's backyard several months after they were reported missing. Meanwhile, Chad and Lori married and moved to Hawaii, dodging questions about the kids and lying to police. Truly a case like no other.
It's got every ingredient that draws people to it. It's got sex, it's got infidelity, it's got religion, it's got missing children.
According to court documents, Chad's attorney, John Pryor, fears Chad will not get a fair trial because of the media attention surrounding the case, adding it would be, quote, impossible to find an impartial jury. While McDonald agrees that's a fair argument to make, on the other hand, he says it will be a challenge for the court to keep the cases separate.
Just setting up the security apparatus, moving people back and forth in the court, the witnesses, sequester jurors probably in this case. It is going to be a logistical nightmare.
The investigation spans several states: Arizona, Hawaii, Idaho, and Utah. Any witnesses will have to travel for the separate trials, making it an exhaustive and daunting effort for cases that have such a close connection.
I mean, they married, her children end up in his property, and all of the mysterious things that happen. I would be shocked if that motion wasn't granted.
That hearing will be at 10 a.m. tomorrow in Idaho, or 9 a.m. our time. Chad will be back in court next month in an attempt to change the venue for his trial. Kim Powell for Arizona's Family.